Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back to day 2 of the Client Payroll Expo. I quite like that little bit of music in the intro video. It gets you kind of moving a little bit. If you're swaying at home, or is it just me? But so yesterday, it's a great day. It was a long day, but I think it was really, really good, and I hope that you all enjoyed it. It was great listening to all of the speakers and everyone that joined in the conversations, whether it was in the chat, the emojis. I can see the emojis going now. Joining in the polls, Q&As. It was fantastic. So it's great to have all of you getting involved. It'd be great to hear what some of your favourite parts from yesterday were. If you had any favourite speakers, anything in particular that you learned. I think for me, it was probably the minimum wage session. That even though I know a fair bit about it, it kind of is such a big topic that it's so easy to trip up over something. Key thing probably being that we should all be recording hours, even though we don't. Yeah, so I will definitely be getting Gary back at some point. Yes, so you are all amazing, and I thank you so much for being part of the community. It was great to see all of the posts and likes and comments and stuff on LinkedIn. Yeah, so I really appreciate that. Plus, as a bit of an added bonus for me, it kind of helps me get over my imposter syndrome when that kicks in, so that I know that people actually like some of the things that I do. And if you get that too, one of the things that I liked was it was a masterclass on the GPA website, GPA Masterclasses from Jenny Garrett. So she did one about imposter syndrome, and it's quite a good listen. So if you want to go and listen to that, go over to the GPA website, and you can look at that for free on there. I purposely left off the picture with Becky because I know she didn't like the angle that I caught her at. Okay, so I thought I'd quickly highlight some of the other events that are coming up before the end of the year. So these are events from other people from across the industry. So obviously we have National Payroll Week coming up in September. So look out for events from the CIPP, and there's usually other people doing webinars and things like that as well. I haven't quite decided what I want to do yet, so it'd be great to hear if there's anything you want me to do during National Payroll Week, and I'll see what I can do for you. You can use the QR codes to find any of the links that are on here. So we have National Payroll Week, then we have National Bureau Management Conference from Barry Matthews. So if you click the link, not click the link, you can't click a picture, can you? So that's the link there and the QR code to get there. So if you go there, that will take you to the Eventbrite page where you can see the tickets and then buy one. We also have the annual conference and exhibition from CIPP, which I'm going to for the first time this year. So I'm quite excited for that. So if you are going, I will see you there. Then we have the Payroll Services Summit from Pay Dashboard coming up in November, which I'm hoping to get to for the first time, as long as something doesn't get in the way, which it usually does. But yeah, so hopefully I'll see you at a few events. And then the Reward Payroll Summit in November as well. That's coming up with a reward strategy. So take a look at that one as well. Obviously, I have to say a thank you again to Employment Hero because they have helped to make this event happen. So a big thank you to those. Those of you that received the conference packs in the post, you would have received a copy of this, the State of Outsourced Payroll in the UK. It's quite an interesting report. So if you go and have a look, you'll see some statistics and things that they've gathered and some interesting insights into the world of Payroll Bureau. But if you don't have a copy, there is a link to it on their booth. So go and have a look at that as well. Speaking of the conference packs, they've obviously been quite well received from what I see. And I'm so grateful for the CIPP for sponsoring them to enable me to put those together for the first 100 people that registered. And I know some of you have particularly enjoyed the coffee from Paddy and Scott's. It's quite a nice coffee in a bag, so you can do it anywhere. I mean, all the conference packs are all gone. They were just for the first 100 people that registered, I'm afraid. Okay, so all of the sessions today are being delivered live. Recordings will be available just after the session finishes for you to be able to watch later at your convenience, and the recordings will be available for the next 3 months. If you'd like to watch them, if you click on View Schedule, and then there should be a button that says Watch Replay, so you can watch the replay back on there. So I think we definitely need a big round of applause for all the fantastic speakers that we had yesterday, and we have more coming up today. I know some people get quite nervous, and there's a lot of stuff to deliver, but I think it was great having the conversations on the panels as well as the stuff delivered directly on topics. And as well as the speakers, we also still have our guest exhibitors, so please make sure you go and have a visit on their virtual booths in the Expo area, and you can find out more about the products and services and any support and insights that they have for you. So let's have a look at what we have coming up today. At 9:45, we're going to kick off with Ian Holloway delivering an update on payroll apprenticeship standards in England. So if any of you use the apprenticeships for your team, it'd be quite interesting to see if any of you have. They are a great way of upskilling your existing team members, or even bringing in people new to the industry. That's great to see, Megan. Okay, then next up at 11, we have Melanie Pitsey from Global Payroll Association hosting a panel about payroll as a career with guests Ian Giles from Papaya Global, Joe Marshall from Yorkshire Payroll Services, and Laura Murphy from the Chartered Institute of Payroll Professionals. And then we'll finish up with our final session at 12 with Fiona Smith from CIPP talking about payrolling benefits. So thank you all once again. Sometime next week, I'll send out a feedback survey, and it'll be great to get as many responses as possible for obviously any feedback, any suggestions of things that you'd like to see in the future, as well as anyone that would like to support any future events. So thank you very much and have a great day.